Did you know that 1 in 9 people in the world do not have access to safe and clean drinking water? Or that as much as 80% of illnesses in developing countries are linked to poor water and sanitation conditions? It turns out Israel is known as a water superpower for its innovative technology to help provide the world with more water. One Israeli company called Aqwise has been at the forefront of this issue for the last 15 years, creating unique products that can make wastewater usable. Joining us in the studio today is Aqwise CEO Elad Frenkel. Thanks for coming in.
Hi, shalom.
So what are some of the technologies that Aqwise has produced? I see this very interesting contraption that you have here.
Yeah, that's our core technology. Our core technology is based on what we call biomass carriers. These small plastic elements look very simple, but there is a lot of design and IP around them. They're enabling biomass, bacteria, to grow very efficiently on all the pores and all the surface area around it, and increase the effective surface area for biological growth in a given volume. This means that we can squeeze much more bacteria that is active and consuming the pollution into a pool or a pond. This, the solution enables, in a nutshell, to do more with less, to use less footprint and clear more water.
Interesting. So what we're seeing here is essentially cleaning the water.
Yeah. The bacteria, it's nature. The bacteria eats the pollution that we create, either from the cities, our wastewater, or factories, food and beverage, pulp and paper. All these industries are very polluting. Bacteria is what consumes this pollution. Now, the smart way, what we have developed, is how to do it very efficiently in a very limited footprint, and ability also to upgrade new facilities without further construction.
Interesting. All right, so how did you guys come up with the ideas for these innovative technologies?
We understood a while ago that the world is going into what you've described in the beginning, lack of water, scarcity. You see it in Africa, you see it in India, in China, you see it in California. It's all over. Drought, it's, a lot of wastewater being, generated. And we understood that people need more water. And the way to create this water efficiently is to treat the wastewater and reuse it. Israel is a world leader in reuse of wastewater for agriculture. Over 80% of the wastewater in Israel are being reused. This technology enables to do it. And now we are going into industrial reuse. Now, this is very common in Israel. We all know about it. In the US, it's a new thing. Now, next week, we're presenting in California. We're trying to persuade local authorities to do it as well. We're doing it in over 30 countries now, in over 400 sites. So
what countries right now have you entered?
We've entered both developed countries like the US and most of Europe, but of course the solution is very applicable to the developing world, India, China. In India, this technology is involved in one of the largest projects in the world in cleaning one of the most polluted rivers in India and supplying safe drinking water for 2 million people.
And sub-Saharan Africa is one of the places that's most affected by this water issue, so I imagine you're also very present there.
Yeah, Africa is, let's say, they still have a few other obstacles before they will really reach this level of wastewater treatment. But let's say we're focusing on Latin America. We are very active in Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Peru, Eastern Europe, Russia.
Why do you think Israel has become a leader when it comes to water technology?
Well, they say that the first water innovation in the world, came from Israel. It was Moses, taking water from the rock, right? But, in the last 60, 70 years of a very small country here with the lack of resources, of water sources, let's say we had to innovate. It comes from drip irrigation, agriculture, to desalination of seawater, and of course, wastewater reuse and high-level treatment of wastewater.
So finally, what is your company's future goal with the products that you've created? I mean, I think it's clear that this is helping the world, but what do you see coming?
Well, Aqwise is definitely the most growing water technology, company in Israel, but, globally, we are, as I said, working in over 30 countries. We've built a very strong platform of high-end water technologies, and we want to keep integrating these technologies and providing solutions for Tier 1 clients like we're doing right now for the top food and beverage, paper, pharma companies in the world, and municipalities as well. So our goal strategically is to become a hub for water innovation and excellence for the world.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming in. It's amazing to see what you've created. Even watching this was mesmerizing. So I'm excited to see what you produce next.
Thank you very much.